Hello everybody. Sorry. So nice to see you. So nice to have you. Thank you very much for joining. I hope you're all well. Let's see who this is. Okay. Well, and I hope you've had a fantastic week. Hopefully, and this is going to be hopefully the end of rain, the end of wet weather, hopefully. Hello, hi.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm always good. Thank you.
You're
Thank
always
you.
good. Fantastic, fantastic.
Thank
Okay,
you.
lovely. So, just to explain to all my lovely Instagram followers, this lovely young man, I've known him for quite some time. Just tell us a little bit about yourself, if you would, your name and whereabouts you live, please.
Yep. Thank you. So the first is hello to everyone. I hope you're well. But I'm Sia. I'm been in Burnley. I think I'm not sure about 1.5 year. But uh, I appreciate it from Leila because she helped me to be better in English.
No,
Yeah.
lovely, lovely. You did all the hard work. I'm just sitting here
No,
talking.
thanks.
Absolutely. I wanted you to come on this live. I invited you. Thank you for accepting my invitation. I
No
wanted you to
worries.
come on this live because I know that you're working in the UK, and I know that a lot of the people that you talk to are English speakers, but you've never come across as someone who's shy, who's embarrassed to talk, even though your English might not be 100% perfect. You still manage to talk to English speakers, you still manage to communicate with them. And I just wanted you to share um, maybe any tips or anything that you have for our other followers. What is it that you do that other people can do as well?
But Leila, because when you start the English, it's very hard for exactly for the Iranian people because we always scared from the judged from another person's. It's very scary. But you need. I would suggest to anybody or anyone be brave in speaking. If you do it wrong or you use wrong vocabulary, it's not important. You need to carry on. You need to communicate with British guys, hang out with British people, because the majority of the British guys are very good people because they are very chatty. They like to uh, start conversation with you. It's very important. It's very important and very good point. But I'm not perfect in English. My English is not good. But uh, but i, I just do it constantly, regularly. Little by little everything happen, I think.
Fantastic. I know some of your colleagues are English speakers as well, if
Yeah.
I'm not
Right.
mistaken. So your customers and your colleagues as well. If you make a mistake, like what you've just said,
Yeah.
if you make a mistake with the English speakers, not other nationalities, with the English speakers, how do they react? Even though you might have made a grammar mistake or something, how do they react?
honestly honestly, when I talk with my customer, but sometimes they just get my meaning, because I didn't do it perfect. For example, if I wasn't wrong, last week I talked with my customer about a parade. It was a parade in our town, but I said Pratt, but another my colleague said, what did you say? I said, Pratt, parade, I don't know. But my customer told him, I get his meaning. It's okay. That's right. No problem. But after that, I told him, it's not important. I don't care because I just wanna get a conversation with my customers. but my customer say that's right. Is that's right? Yeah.
Absolutely. So when you're talking to English speakers, you don't feel like you're being judged by, what you say, the grammar that you use, the pronunciation. They are more focused on trying to understand what it is that you're saying, and they want to somehow just understand what you're saying so they can continue the conversation. That's how you
Yeah.
feel. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah. Because honestly, they didn't judge you. They want just the continued conversation with you.
Lovely, lovely. So I know you're a working gentleman, so I know you've got a job. When do you have time? I mean, do you study on the side? I know you took one of my courses, but apart from that, do you study on the side? How is it that you keep your English updated, should I say? Or how is it that you try to improve your English on a daily basis?
Yeah, sometimes after work, I review some of the words and sentences, but the important is you use it, that word or that sentences. But you can say at your place and read a book, but when you didn't use, it's not good. If you learn just one word after your work, after I don't know everything, you need to use it. You need to use it with your friends, customers. I don't know any person.
Lovely, fantastic.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. It sounds great. So, can I ask, were you working today? Is today one of your working days?
But today, no, is my day off.
Your day off, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
On your day off, you've
Hopefully,
agreed,
hopefully.
yeah, on your day off, you've agreed to come on my live. I really appreciate it. So
No.
excuse me, yesterday, can you tell me how was work yesterday? So I just want my followers to see that we're not just talking about learning English, we're just going to have a very natural conversation. Imagine
Yeah.
that you met me, I don't know, in a cafe, bus stop, or I'm one of your customers, and I'm just asking, what kind of a day have you had today?
But in UK the Saturday is always busy in barbershops, in barbers, same as always busy, busy, busy. But after work, we to go out with my friends, or just a little bit talking and visit the town. Yeah, just like this.
Okay, okay, lovely. So you had a full day at work yesterday, and then after in the evening you like to relax with your friends,
Yeah,
kind of go out a
yeah.
little bit. Okay,
Relax and chill with my friends. Yeah.
lovely, lovely. I really appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much
No
for
worries.
agreeing to
No
come
worries.
on. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for
Um,
everything.
thank you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you. You can go and
Thank
rest
you.
easy now. Enjoy your weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
See
Thank
you
you.
later.
Lovely to have you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Lovely.
Bye.
Okay, so that was, and I'm not sure how I can. I think you might be able to leave, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right? There we go. There we go. Okay. Thank you so much, Siamak. That was so kind of you. So nice of you. Thank you. I just want my followers to see your English doesn't have to be perfect because, as you see, I've put some stories on. I started posting your own questions, putting these on stories, and thank you so much for asking me really, really good questions. The questions that you ask me, usually you don't find these questions in textbooks. You don't usually find these questions on a course or in videos or YouTube or anything. So your questions are real questions. Thank you for that. And I'm trying to share the answers with everybody. But one fantastic way of improving our English is to do exactly what Siamak is doing, and that is not really caring what other people think. Just go out and talk, even though it's wrong. I don't know if I've said this on a live session before. The street where I live, my neighbor to the left and two of my neighbors on the right, okay? All three of these neighbors are all foreigners. They're not English. and a lot of them, their English is really, really poor. The one on the left, I think they're from maybe Sri Lanka or somewhere like that. The one on the right might be from China, maybe, and the one next to them is from Poland. All of them have really, really poor English, very low level English. But I really don't care. When the mums, we see each other in the morning, we're all taking our kids to school, maybe, we all bump into each other, we see each other, we stand, we have a little chat. How are you? How was your weekend? And their English is really, really just words. They're not even stringing a sentence together. They're just giving me words. But still, that is communicating. And that is some way of talking. I really don't care if she's using the grammar wrong. And I'm a teacher, so I know if the grammar is wrong or not. I really don't care. It's just a case of, can I understand what she's trying to say? Fantastic. How can I answer just to keep the conversation going? That's all we need to do. Okay. Lovely. So thank you again for that. Really, really enjoyed that. Thank you. So I'm going to come back to you, lovely people. How are you? I hope that you've had a good weekend. Last week, شما خیلی امید میدین. ممنون. Honestly, well, I'm happy that you think omid midam. Very, very good. But really, I mean, learning a language is a process, isn't it? It's not, I wish it was a pill that we could just take a pill and then suddenly we learn English. But that's not the way it is. It's a process. It's a very long process. And we just have to go with the process. How do they live when they can't speak? Even if it's just, hello, how are you? They manage. Every day they're picking up little words, every single day. If they need to phone the bank, if they need to phone their gas company, internet company, however it is, they manage and they start learning. They Google, okay, what do I need to say? Or they pick it up, or sometimes they actually go to the bank and try and talk to people. So that's one way of doing it, definitely. Okay, lovely. Excuse me. Let's see. Oh my goodness, so many people here. Right. Okay, let's see if I can have Azar as well. I think I know this Azar, I'm not sure, but hopefully she will be with me in the session today. Hello, is that Azar? Was that a mistake? Hello, hello. No, yeah, that might have been a mistake. That's okay. That's okay. Right, my biggest problem is confident that I don't have it. Okay, somebody who doesn't have confidence, yes, I can't wake up in the morning and say, right, today I'm going to have confidence. It doesn't work that way, does it? But I want you to think of this, okay? For those of you who are living in an English-speaking country, either the UK or the US, Canada, Australia, wherever it is that you live, even South Africa, wherever you live, I want you to remember that you are not the only people who have a different language. There are thousands of other people in that same city or country who also have a different language, okay? So people are not just looking at you, they're not just judging you. In the UK, I mean, I live in Manchester. How many thousands of people are from different countries in Manchester? And all these different people go to the bank, they go to the supermarket. People learn, people listen, and they pick up and learn. No one's standing there judging you, just you by yourself. And I know Atafa has just said something. Confidence comes with practice. I completely agree with that. If you practice, obviously you'll see that it works and you will be confident. Thank you for that, Atafa. Absolutely. Nobody is born skilled. Nobody is born knowing it all. We are confident when we know what we're doing. And the more we practice, absolutely, the better we become. همیشه به من گفتن باید توی انگلیسی perfect باشم. No. چون انگلیسی زبان ها وقت ندارن تا منظور منو متوجه بشن. چون وقت گیره و باید سریع منظورم رو برسونم. Okay, Elham, thank you for that. Thank you, Azadeh. Or was it Azadeh or somebody else? Yes, Azadeh. Anybody who tells you that an English person doesn't have time and they don't care, that person might have been mistaken. And also that English person who you think doesn't have time, that English person isn't really worth talking to. Okay, these are the minority of people. The majority of people want to communicate. They want to help, believe me. How to practice? How to practice? How to practice is you learn something either if you want, you start with a textbook. If you're a beginner, you start with a textbook or with a course or with a video. If you live in an English speaking country, you watch programs, you listen to the radio, and maybe from a whole program, you only understand 2%. That's okay. 2% today that you've understood is better than yesterday, right? So it's an extra 2% that you've understood today. That's how we learn. We just grab words, phrases, idioms, phrasal verbs from anywhere, absolutely anywhere. If I hear something, I don't know what it means, straight away, Google. Everyone's got a phone. Get on Google. What does it mean? Very, very good. You need to want it. Okay? You really need to want to learn. Nobody's going to come to your door. No one's going to knock on the door and say, here, I've got magic. Have this and tomorrow you'll be perfect. No, it comes with hard work. Okay. You speak very fluent. How do you do this? Hi, Ahmad. English is my first language. Thank you very much. من با اینکه زبان انگلیسیم خوبه ولی نمیدونم چرا تو موقعیت‌های مهم هول میشم، یادم میره، قاطی میکنم و خیلی اعصابم خورد میشه که چرا. I think the قاطی میکنم، هول میشم happens to everybody. Yeah. منم دقیقا همین مشکل رو دارم. Yes, even if we are English speakers, native English speakers, and we don't know what's going on, we get frustrated as well. And there is no magic formula, no. One thing that I find really helps is just to take a deep breath and to try and use simple words. If I can't remember the vocabulary, I try and use simple words. I think, talking to one of the students in was it the speaking course we were just having or the phrasal verb course? I can't remember. I was telling one of the people there that even we sometimes forget the right vocabulary. Okay, if I go into a department store and I want to say I'm looking for a rah shirt, and if I forget what rah is in English, we call it striped. Striped. If I forget what striped is, I describe what I'm trying to say. I will say to that person, I'm looking for a shirt that's got lines. The line goes up to down, up to down, up to down. We describe what we want to say. Sometimes we don't have a good day either. We just use simple English, very, very simple English. Hol misham. Take it easy. Take a deep breath. If you hol beshin, yeah, you're not helping yourself, and the other person finds it difficult as well to understand what you're trying to say. Deep breath. That person is there to help you. When you go to the bank, that bank clerk is there to help you. That's their job. If you go to a supermarket, that supermarket sales assistant, their job is to help you. So they will wait as long as they need to until you tell them what you need, because it's their job. I can't find the best references for speaking about professional subjects. Then you need to read up on more technical jargon, on more specific vocabulary. من میتونم صحبت کنم ولی خوب متوجه نمیشم. خیلی هم تمرین listening میکنم. Okay. خوب متوجه نمیشم. Right. So you do need to improve your listening, but you also need to improve your speaking as well. Try and read, try and listen. Whatever you get, use it. Try and use it exactly what Siamak was talking about. Try and use it as much as you can. Phrasal verbs and idioms. I can't stress this enough. Phrasal verbs and idioms are huge in the English language. They really are. If you want to bump yourself up, if you want to bump yourself up quite a few steps very quickly, you need to you need to start learning phrasal verbs and idioms. That's all we use all the time, all the time. I learned a new language and unfortunately I've forgotten many words in English. What is the solution? You might have forgotten, I don't know, you might have forgotten because you haven't used it. Yeah. We tend to forget language very quickly. In Farsi, you have an adjective, I think, that you say farar. Is that right? We have to use it. If we don't, it gets lost and we forget it. You have to use it. Okay. من تازه اومدم. موضوع لایف چیه؟ It's talking to English speakers, trying to talk, the confidence to talk to English speakers. What do you recommend to practice advanced listening? I'm looking for a podcast or website. Okay. There is a website, excuse me, and I recommended this website before. I think since then they've made it one of these websites that you have to pay. But a very good website that I would recommend is called Fluent U, and U is spelt with just the letter U. Fluent U, Fluent U. And that's a website where you can find podcasts of all different levels. However, if you want to improve your listening to a more advanced level, I would suggest listening to the radio. That's very authentic, it's very real. You're listening to real people, having real conversations, using real language. That's your best bet, really. من خیلی مکس میکنم موقع صحبت کردن. شما هم دیدین بعضی وقتا خیلی اعصابم خورد میشه، ولی وقتی ویدیوهای درس ها رو میبینم اینقدر افتضاح صحبت کردم. That's okay. That's okay. من وقتی که فارسی صحبت میکنم، وقتی که فارسی صحبت میکنم، مطمئناً دیدید من تند حرف نمیزنم. نمیتونم تند حرف بزنم. هم به خاطر اینکه تلفظ یکم سخت میشه برام وقتی که تند حرف میزنم، هم باید فکر کنم قبل از اینکه بخوام چیزی رو بگم. اتوماتیک ذهن من گرامر انگلیسی داره، درسته؟ که اول فاعل رو باید بگم، بعد فعل رو باید بگم، بعد مفعول. ولی میدونیم که گرامر فارسی اینطور نیست. زمان میبره که من اون چیزی رو که میخوام بگم فکر کنم که چی میخوام بگم، بعد از ساختار صحیح فارسی استفاده کنم. خیلی هم یواش حرف میزنم همونطور که میبینید، ولی it's okay. آروم که صحبت میکنم دارم فکر میکنم که چی بگم، منظور رو دارم میرسونم، درسته؟ حتی اگر جای کلماتم هم اشتباه باشه که معمولا هست، it's okay. منظور رو رسوندم. That's all it is. That's all it is. Thank you, Azar. Fluent U is just the letter U. Fluent, F-L-U-E-N-T, U. Fluent U. Fluent U. لیلا جون، وقتی ایران کلی انگلیسی یاد میگیری و میای انگلیس رو متوجه میشی اصلاً لهجه متوجه نمیشی، شاید لهجه آمریکایی ها خیلی راحت تر باشه، ولی اینجا yes. In Iran, they use the American accent a lot, don't they, in the education system? And also in Iran, because I've been on other people's websites and other people's Instagram pages, really good teachers, fantastic work. But a lot of what they're saying, یه چیزی رو دیدم و حق میدم واقعا به معلمای فارسی همشون نه. Farsi teachers who want to teach English, I know a lot of them go and find a word in Google, they find the translation, and then they come and teach it on their Instagram page. Fantastic. But they still don't know the real meaning and they don't know any extra examples. Okay. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them. بهشون حق میدم. بهشون حق میدم. در فارسی جمله مثبته. انگلیسیش جمله منفی میشه. I don't blame them. I don't blame them because English is not their first language. Okay. One way to really improve your English is to listen to real English, not just textbooks and that kind of thing. Real English. Yes. Listening will improve your English. It'll improve your pronunciation, your own listening, everything. How to use new words in speaking. Try and make sentences. Use it in your sentence. When you go out, use it. من نمیتونم جمله سازی کنم. Okay. نمیتونم جمله سازی کنم. I'm sorry, that's not in my vocabulary. Somebody who has a brain, who is very clever, like you, I'm sure you can make a sentence. Okay? So if I keep telling myself, oh, I'm so slow, I can't speak, I don't know, of course my brain is going to give up, right? You need to want it. Creating a sentence is very easy. Subject, verb, objective. It's new at first. I need to practice more and more. I need to make more sentences. I need to make my sentences longer. I need to practice different tenses. I need to talk to people, add a little bit of pronunciation, add a bit more phrasal verb, idiom, step by step go up. I can't do all of it in one go. It just doesn't work that way. Beta, شما عالی فارسی صحبت میکنین لیلا جون. Thank you Bita, you're very patient with me. Thank you very much. Thank you. Wow, همتون به فارسی من. مرسی. لیلا جون من فردا امتحان فاینال level 2 دارم. level 2. Okay. و 2 تا فرمال و یکی informal باید بنویسم توی 90 دقیقه. Okay, that's fine. Good luck. For 1 year, I prepared for the IELTS exam, but on the first mock exam, I got an overall 6. After that, I participated in the real exam and got a 6. I will take it on 22nd in July, and I got annoyed when. Okay, that was incomplete. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Right. I just want to let everybody know, people who are here already, thank you very much. Okay. I'm reading your comments as well. Okay. So people who've just come to the UK, the first thing you should, that's my alarm, sorry. The first thing you should do, in my opinion, is go find a college. First thing you should do, go find a college somewhere, enroll in a college. That's the first step. You can't suddenly throw yourself in the deep end. That's an idiom. You can't throw yourself in the deep end. You need to take it step by step. First step, go to college. Get the very basic of English. Yeah. Second step, once you've got a little bit of English, then either go get a job, not a paid job, obviously, charity job, do some kind of work, start talking to your neighbor, go to a school, volunteer at a school, something. Get more practice. There is no way you can just learn English and be fluent in speaking. You have to use it. You have to use it, and gradually you'll see that. What do you think about IELTS exam and how can score better? The IELTS exam, there are specific techniques, specific little tips that you need to use with your linkers. They usually like it if you used advanced linkers with your speaking and your writing. They like it when you use Mixed sentences, they like it when you combine sentences and make it mixed. جملات مرکب, I think they say in Farsi. They like it when you use passive as much as possible. This is the grammar. And then do throw in, you need to throw in the specific layout as well of your paragraph when you're talking. Give your opinion, then the reason, then an example. ORE, Cambridge loves it. Your opinion, then the reason, then the example for your speaking and your writing. That's a really good tip. Okay. Lovely, lovely, lovely. نظرتون راجع به کالج های اینجا که دولتی هستن چیه؟ چون فقط همه رو قبول میکنن ولی واقعا تغییر سطح زیادی نمیدن به زبان آموز. If they don't let you go up, that's because you're not ready. Okay? Usually it's because the student isn't ready. If the student just knows a bit of grammar, that doesn't mean they're ready to go up. So if your teacher doesn't let you go up, there's usually a reason for it. Okay. Lovely, lovely. I don't blame you. Very good. Oh, sorry, I'm missing lots and lots of. Okay. So we're already past 7:30. I just want to let everybody know that tomorrow, if your level of English is intermediate and above, okay, if your level of English is intermediate and above, it doesn't matter if you're in the UK, outside the UK. Tomorrow, I am starting a new phrasal verbs and idioms course. This course will teach you over 100 phrasal verbs. It will teach you lots and lots of idioms. It will teach you something that you will not find in textbooks. You will not find these in any kind of teaching videos. They're things that we use as natives. یکی از دوستامون همین چند دقیقه پیش توی یکی از کلاسامون ایشون فرمودن که she searched for a phrasal verb in Google and she couldn't even find it in Google. But she's heard people use this. People do use this. That's absolutely right. Language is constantly changing. You can't find everything in a textbook. You can't find everything in Google. The place you can find it is in the middle of society. People start using it and then it becomes language. And then you will find it on Google and later you will find it in textbooks. Okay. So it's important to be in the middle of people. Samone, the course highly recommended. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you, Samone. And I know you've really improved, Samone. I'm so proud of you. So this phrasal verbs and idioms course, if your level is mubtadi, please know, because it's going to be too difficult for you, okay? If your level is intermediate and higher, I really, really recommend you take this course. It's a self-study course. You study it yourself during the week. Every Sunday at 6 o'clock, we have an online session where you come, I ask questions, you ask questions, and we practice it a lot more. So I would definitely recommend that. Okay. There are many different accents. Some understand each other, so don't blame yourself if you don't understand some of them. Absolutely, absolutely. توی همین اینستاگرام پیام بدم. Yes. Yes, please. Yes, please. I love the way you're teaching. Thank you. Thank you. How did you learn? Excuse me. How did you learn Persian as an Iranian person? My father is Persian. My father is Persian, but he came here when he was a teenager many, many, many years ago. And he was very adamant, and I'm really happy that he was very adamant that all the kids, myself and my siblings, need to speak Farsi as well. We need to learn Farsi as well. And I'm so happy that he pushed us. Farsi is a beautiful language. Obviously, I'm not fluent in it, but I am so happy that I know it because I've benefited from the Farsi language. And knowing 2 or more languages is really good for the psychological health of the brain as well. Okay. Any information you want about the course, please go to my website. My website, the link is in the bio. The reason why I really recommend you take this, I've got other courses on my website and I don't keep pushing it down people's throats. مجبور نمی کنم کسی رو این کورس رو بخره و طبق پیج های دیگه هم نمیام ایمیل یا پیغام یا جمله یک کس دیگه رو بذارم توی ستوری که شما ببینید. I want you to go and see sample lessons and you decide for yourself. I don't want you just to read from other students what they think. What other students think is very important to me, but for you to decide, I need you to go on my website. I need you to look at my lessons and I need you to decide for yourself if you think you're happy with my method of teaching, if you think this lesson, this course is useful for you or not. But I'm telling you that the phrasal verbs and idioms course is very, very beneficial. There's stuff in there that you will not find at all in any book, in any course in Iran. I can guarantee you will not find it in any course by any teacher in Iran. These are things that we use as natives. And sometimes we use incorrect words, but that's what we use. Sometimes we use incorrect grammar, but that's what we use. There was a sentence that I forgot. Oh my God. I forgot. One of the lovely, lovely teachers. One of the teachers asked me, Layla, what does it mean? Or can you explain what it means when we say, I was stood at a bus stop? I was stood at a bus stop. That's passive. It doesn't make sense. یعنی یه نفر منو توی ایستگاه وایسونده بود. It doesn't make sense. These are examples of, unfortunately, I'm so sorry, we use incorrect grammar, but that's the way it's used in society, okay? And these are the things that you will learn on this course, this phrasal verbs and idioms course. Hi, Kayvon. I'm headed to, yes, I'm headed to, that's one of the phrasal verbs that we had. Please record the live and put it in Instagram. I'm not going to put it in Instagram. I will put it straight onto YouTube. Okay, definitely. بیتا همه چیز رو با حوصله با صبر و حوصله توضیح میدن. مرسی. Thank you very much. Sherwan, of course, vocabulary grammar is only a few simple rules. Okay. Right. Live و ذخیره کنید. Yes, I'm going to save it on YouTube. London 2022. Idiom course is different by phrasal verb or are they together? Okay. ببخشید من اینجا یکم درست توضیح ندادم. معذرت میخوام. یه دونه دوره هست توی وبسایت من به اسم idioms. 200 تا idiom هست که 100 تای اونو شما مجانی میتونید ببینید. قیمت نیست. مجانی میتونید 100 تا ایدیم رو ببینید. مثال آوردم، صحبت کردم، توضیح دادم، پرونانسییشن، مثال، همه اینها هست توی وبسایت، میتونید ببینید. ولی توی ایدیمز کورس 200 تا همینجور گذاشتم توی یک کورس. اوکی، هیچ نظم خاصی نداره. 200 تا از پر استفاده ترین ایدیم ها رو گذاشتم توی کورس. این از اون هست. The phrasal verbs and idioms course that I'm talking about مرتبش کردم. I've categorized it. Sorry, I couldn't say it in Farsi. I've categorized it in different places. So there's one lesson which is about the gym. All the phrasal verbs that we use in the gym, it's in one lesson. All the phrasal verbs that you usually use when you go shopping. All the phrasal verbs that you use if you go to a bank. All the phrasal verbs that you need if you want to see the doctor. All the phrasal verbs you will need if you work, if you're actually working in an office, in a restaurant, in a cafe, in a beauty salon, anywhere as a teacher. These are all, I've categorized them, and each lesson has, how many? Each lesson has lots and lots of phrasal verbs and also lots of idioms as well, things that we use. So I've categorized it, I've made it nice and neat, nice and tidy. And then every Sunday we have a session as well that I will come and explain if there are any questions. Can I pass functional English skills level 2 somewhere online and get a certificate? You need to talk to your college about that. Adres و وبسایتتون. If you go on my bio, you'll see a link in my bio under my face. In my bio, you'll see a link if you click on there for me. Okay. دسته‌بندی کردن لیلا. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Okay, lovely. Thank you so much for staying with me, for being with me. Thank you for your time as well. So if you are فقط خواهشاً اینم فارسی بگم اگر سطح زبان شما مبتدی هست لطفاً دوره فرزل و ایدیوم رو بر ندارید به خاطر اینکه براتون سخت خواهد بود. اوکی؟ با اینکه به فارسی ترجمه کردم ولی براتون سخت خواهد بود اگه خیلی خیلی مبتدی هستید. لطفاً intermediate به بالا اگر هستید، حتی اگر سطح زبانتون پیشرفته باشه، حتی اگر معلم زبان هستید، باز هم از نیتیو یاد بگیرید فرق میکنه. تا اینکه از کتاب بخواید یاد بگیرید یا کسی دیگه. اینا چیزیه که توی ویدیوهای دیگه توی کتاب مطمئن باشید پیدا نمی کنید. اینا چیزاییه که گاهی وقتا توی گوگل هم بهتون جواب نمیده. چیزی نیست که من از خودم در آوردم. چیزیه که توی جامعه استفاده میشه. هنوز توی گوگل نیست. هنوز توی کتاب نیست. چون هنوز فرمال نشده. ولی چیزیه که استفاده میکنیم. اوکی. مرسی حتما دوباره پیام میدم. Thank you. Okay, lovely. Thank you very much everybody. I hope to see you next weekend. A special thank you to Siamak. Thank you for joining me and giving me your Sunday evening. Okay. Have a very good evening everybody. Thank you. Good night.